The opening weekend of the Premier League season has come to an end, and there's a lot to talk about. There have been many rule changes, but I want to talk about two of them that could potentially ruin football forever. Let's start off with the first rule change. The Premier League is taking a more lenient approach on physical challenges. On the pitch, as an attempt to allow the game to flow better and reduce stoppages, a higher threshold will be applied to contact between players, meaning there should be fewer free kicks awarded for incidents compared to last season. Now, this rule change by itself isn't harmful at all. If anything, it's a good change because it allows the game to flow better and it makes it easier for us fans to watch. However, by laws of human nature, if a player is being pushed around more, they're more likely to complain to the referee. Keeping that in mind, let's look at our next rule change. The Premier League is taking a much harsher approach on dissent. The threshold for a player to be shown a yellow card for dissent will be reduced this season. Whenever more than one player approaches the referee, at least one of those players, and potentially more, will be shown an automatic yellow card. Practically any player that runs from a distance to approach the match officials will be booked. Now combine these two rule changes and it just doesn't make sense. In what world does a more physical game lead to less complaining? If you were watching the Liverpool vs Chelsea game this weekend, you may remember this strange moment. In the 89th minute of the match, in a tied game, Alexis McAllister was dribbling the ball up the field with a chance for Liverpool to score. He had beaten Conor Gallagher on the dribble, so Conor Gallagher had to tactically foul him, which should be a yellow card. As a result, McAllister waved his hand in the air for half a second to show the referee that he should give a yellow card. Literally all he did was this for half a second. So the referee pulled out his card and he gave the card to McAllister, not Gallagher. So how does this make any sense? A player was taken down blatantly in the 89th minute of a tied game, and the player that was fouled got the yellow card, not the player who committed the foul? It's disgraceful. Now, we haven't had a situation like this yet this year, but imagine if McAllister was already on a yellow card. Would the referee give him a second yellow and send him off in this situation? I'm not sure, but I do know that if he did give him a second yellow, it would lead to an unbelievable amount of controversy. I have two more key points to make. Number one, it's human nature to complain when you feel wrong done. It's something that we can't control. So is the Premier League really going to start giving out yellow cards just for players being human? Point number two is even more important. For this point, I'm going to show you a clip from an old Chris MD video. Unfortunately, I can't play the audio because of copyright, but I'll tell you what he said after. In this clip, Chris is talking about why players flop. People always complain about players flopping, but this clip shows that players need to flop in order to win games. Chris made a good point that this player was fouled here, and if he flopped, he would have been awarded a penalty. But instead, he stayed on his feet and the ref didn't give a penalty. This brings us back to complaining. Players complain in order to get the other team deserved cards. In order to get inside the head of the referee, let's imagine a scenario that's very simple. The scenario is that the referee sees a hard foul and he blows his whistle with the intention of giving that player a yellow card. Now, if the referee sees players complaining, it will confirm to him that he saw a hard tackle and he'll give the yellow card. Now, what if the players didn't complain in this scenario? The referee would look around and start to question himself. Maybe it wasn't as hard of a foul as he initially interpreted. The referee will start to think that maybe he misinterpreted the situation because players aren't complaining. And as a result, the referee may play it safe and decide just to award the foul and not give a yellow card. Humans never want to be wrong. Have you ever sat in a classroom and not raised your hand because you were afraid of being wrong? Probably. If you looked around and saw that your friend had the same answer as you, would you be more likely to raise your hand? Probably. See, here's the thing. We shouldn't look at mild complaining as a problem. Instead, we should look at it as healthy feedback for the referee. Now that we've gone over all of this, let's go back to the McAllister situation from the referee's eyes. The referee of this game saw that McAllister was tactically fouled, and as a result, he probably thought that it was yellow card worthy. As McAllister waved his hand in the air, it probably confirmed with the referee that that challenge was a yellow card as he thought it was. So last season, the referee would have given this as a yellow card to Gallagher, but as a result of the new rules, the referee had to go against his own personal judgment and give the yellow card to McAllister for complaining, or as the Premier League likes to call it, dissent. In the title of this video, I made a claim that this would ruin football forever, and here's why. 1, there will be an increase in red cards. due to players picking up a second yellow from Dissent. And reason number 2 is games like Liverpool versus Manchester United will have about 7 red cards this year. Don't believe me? Look at this picture. I don't know about you guys, but I see about 5 yellow cards right there. And the funny thing about this picture is that the Manchester United players were right because the referee made the wrong call. Imagine the scenes. 5 Manchester United players get yellow cards because the referee made the wrong decision. There would be riots on the street of Manchester. And imagine if 2 of those players were already on a yellow card. There would have been 2 red cards right there, and Manchester United would be down to 9 players. Even though I made a script for this video, I feel like I'm going on a tangent, so I'm just going to stop right there. Please share this video around because I feel like this is a very important topic that a lot of people need to hear. And if you can't share it, just leave a like and comment because that'll help YouTube push it to more people. So yeah, feel free to check out some of my past videos if you're interested. And as always, please subscribe and thank you for watching.